Welcome back to Life and Style. This is Health and Wellness Monday, and particularly we are in this segment called The Kitchen with Chef Abdalla. But kabla niende kwa Chef Abdalla, ngoja kwanza chef, wacha.
Shoes, Brian. Let's talk about shoes, my brother.
Talking of shoes,
no, it's a new year. Let's talk about shoes.
Tuanzie hapo, sio?
Hizi ndio zile ulinunua Christmas. So you won't buy any other pair of shoes until next Christmas.
Thanks to City Walk, I get to rock,
to sample.
I get to do this. Mheshimiwa.
So which one are you?
I love your shoes.
Thank you.
I love your shoes. Zangu ni za City Walk.
Steve, patia ende nazo hizo.
Nitampa.
Zangu ni
Brian, umeshapewa viatu.
Zangu za City Walk. Zako za
This the designer is called Zanotti Giuseppe. Yeah, from Italy.
Unasikia?
Chef, hapo ndo hivyo ndo tunacheza yani.
Unasikia? Sasa hebu compare hapo.
Mimi nakwambia vijana we have decided to get into power with swag.
Yeah, tena
mwangalie venye amekaa.
Imagine anaingia our kitchen na viatu kutoka Italy.
Naona
how many people wanaingia namna hiyo? Sasa today we've got shoes from Italy. We've got the meal is Mexican, like tunaita tumbukiza.
And Brian Suma was Kenyan.
Kabisa. We've got it, my brother.
We got it.
Asante.
Mr. Steve Mbogo.
Yes.
Who are you, particularly to the audience?
Yeah, Steve Mbogo is a businessman. And at the same time, Steve Mbogo is a leader. Currently, I'm the patron of all universities in Kenya. And I run quite a number of youth empowerment programs because it reached a point where we said we have to take a step forward. You know, I believe criticizing, complaining, or having self-pity will not be a solution to the problems we as youth encounter. So that's why I personally decided to take up this step and say enough is enough. And since I have the capacity to take up the step and fight for the youths in the society. So I'm actively running for a political seat.
Mheshimiwa,
it's about time.
Ukisikia naongea hivyo.
No, sio hiyo, it's about time tupate vijana namna hii.
Anataka
we need youths like this.
Anataka vijana kama wewe na pia anataka uende jikoni.
Hebu acha kuja hapa. Kama.
Enda kule.
Thank you.
Kuja hapo.
Thank you.
Kuja hapa. Hizo story staki. Kuja hapa. Yeah, wash your hands, my brother. You know our kid, wash your hands. Ati umemwita deficiency.
There's a deficiency in leadership.
There's a deficiency in leadership. Yeah. You know, deficiency. The word deficiency is also associated with food.
In reality, we realize
when you lack certain ingredients in your tummy, certain nutrients, it's called deficiency.
Yes.
So this guy indicates that there's a deficiency in the political scene.
Yes.
1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 pieces of bay leaf, half a liter of beef stock, half a teaspoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of paprika powder, 30 grams of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, 1 piece of diced red pepper, 250 grams of boiled beans, 1 piece of finely diced onion, salt and pepper, 1 bulb of finely diced garlic, 50 grams of chopped coriander, 250 grams of crushed tomatoes, sour cream, 250 grams of boiled corn kernels.
This is called a chili con carne. So Brian is dressed like a Mexican today.
Yes.
So what it is we're going to make, some people call it just chili.
Okay.
And what it is ground beef.
Yes.
Okay. So we've got our ground beef over there. I've just put, so as we talk, I'll also be showing you how to do, and sometimes you are going to koroga.
Yes.
All right, my brother?
Definitely.
You're not afraid of fire?
No.
Okay.
I'm a very good cook, actually.
Should there be no fire or more fire?
No, that's enough.
Okay. Unajua kuna ile more fire ile ya marasta. More fire mtani huko. Anyway, so I've just added a little bit of oil. Try to use salad oil.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then we just throw our beef in there to fry it. Okay. So, this is lean beef. What lean beef means is that it doesn't have a lot of fat. Yeah. Okay. Our show is Health and Wellness Monday. Okay. So on we try a level best not to have a lot of fat.
Yes.
Now, it's important that your pan is hot, the oil is hot.
Yes.
Endelea wewe kukoroga hiyo, the oil is hot. Okay?
Yes.
So that if the oil is not hot and the pan is not hot, what's going to happen is your meat is not going to be brown. Okay, you can put it back now. You can put it back. Your meat is not going to brown very, very fast. At the same time, what you're going to do also, as we do that, my brother, the other items that are going into there, I've got some potatoes is not a must, but you can add potatoes. I've got onions, I've got garlic here, chopped garlic. So let's use another burner.
Okay.
By the way, where do you do your shopping from? Where do you do your shopping? Town. Usinambia town mali gani?
I get my shopping from Gara.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sasa,
mostly for
I'm going to
vegetables.
send you somewhere else.
Yes.
This whole element is
Yes.
from Housewives Paradise.
Okay.
Okay. Just next to Jamia Mosque.
Okay.
They've got an array of kitchen equipment. All you need to go there is just go there and say, Jamani, tumekuja hapa, I saw it on your show. I even used one of these items. So the same thing.
Yes.
You're going
Make
to
it
use.
hot.
Yeah. In the long run, this will come into one pot. The reason why I'm putting it into 2 pots
Yes.
is because the meat cooks. It takes a longer time to cook the meat
Yeah.
than but at the end of the day, we'll mix everything into one.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So, my brother, huyu jamaa najua, unaona? Anafanya tena mikono miwili. Huku, you are an expert.
Yeah, yeah,
Tell me something about your life, my brother.
I really like speaking about what I'm doing currently.
Okay, tell
Because
me.
tumejua,
What have you done now that we haven't even elected you yet?
we know there's a problem where we find politicians who speak a lot, that they're going to do this, they're going to do that.
We
when
want
they
to
get
even name them.
opportunities.
We want to name them on this show.
Yeah.
But we know them. Okay.
As
go ahead.
I've said, I've been very active in youth empowerment programs.
Okay.
I give financial support to young businessmen and young businesswomen
Okay.
who have business ideas but lack the capacity, as in financial capacity.
Wow.
So what you do is we give in money.
Okay.
I've got an American partner. We give them financial support.
How old must you be?
No, we
In
don't
order to
categorize. We don't
Sasa
categorize
mzee
because,
kama Brian anaweza pata hiyo?
because mostly we have a segment for the youth.
Okay.
But again, we've started women programs as well. Sababu tunajua women pia ni backbone wa society.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the women, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I always tell people, you know what?
Yes.
I always tell people, if it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't be in this world.
Yes.
So let's not talk or be against women. Women are very powerful
Yes.
in this society.
Yes.
They are the backbone of the society. Au
Yes.
sivyo?
Yes.
There you go. Go ahead, my
Vile
brother.
so many empowerment programs ambazo nimeanza especially in Starehe
Okay.
for the youth, for the women,
Yeah.
and also we are doing something for the disabled.
Okay.
Because, you know, when we talk of equality, it's equality to all.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
I'll just stop you there for the time being so that we can explain to the viewers, because we're also cooking here. It's not only politics, we're also cooking. So, we've already browned the meat, as you can see right now. The meat is already brown, okay?
Yeah.
So now, the reason why I didn't want to mix these two at the beginning was these ones, I can
fast.
now mix them here, yes.
Okay.
Okay? All right?
Okay.
Now look at all those potatoes, your onions, your garlic. They are all going into one pot. That's why, remember we said this is going to be a tumbukiza today. Hey, huyu jamaa hata anajua. Okay, here, the middle one, you just switch it off. Okay. So we just concentrate on this one now. So, go ahead, my brother. Okay?
So, Mheshimiwa,
Yes.
in 2013,
Yes.
we had the new flock calling themselves the new generation
Yes.
who want to take power. That is the Jubilee government.
Yes.
They have taken power. We've seen what they've done.
Yes.
Cases of corruption have scaled high.
Yes.
So, somebody who's watching, a viewer
I've got my
who's watching,
spice hub here, okay? Go ahead, yeah?
a viewer who's watching would hesitate a little bit to give you as a young man
Yes.
that position to take, maybe to take that leadership position.
Yes.
Why? Because maybe when you get into that seat,
Yes.
you might be corrupt as what you see.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
First to begin with, I want to tell you
Africa.
that it has been a great disappointment, especially for us, the youth. We are all aware that we chose quite a number of young youth aspirants in the past election. But you see, the problem is the deficiency in leadership in them. So what you're saying this time round, anyone you're going to appoint, any person that I will urge Kenyans to appoint, let us look at the criteria. Let us do a background check. Let us see what they've done on basis of leadership. You know, we've got people who are doing well in business, but they're not good at leadership. We've got people who are good at sports and maybe not good at business. So it needs us to, you know, try to cascade down the roots and understand. Because what you're talking about is leadership. Let us see what they can
to the
deliver.
point, my brother.
Let us
Listen to the
see
point.
what they have done.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
It's so sad.
Let me interrupt. How do you like yours? Hot? This is chili powder.
Mild.
Mild. A little bit of chili.
Mild.
Oh, okay. If you don't put too much chili, there are some people who are not comfortable with a lot of chili, so don't
Yes.
put a lot of it. Okay. And then I'm adding a little bit of cumin also.
Yes.
Cumin is just to give it that extra bite onto it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the moment after we've done that, look at how fast this dish is. I'm going
Very
to add my tomato paste into it. So just one packet or 30 grams of tomato paste works
enough.
for it. Yeah, works for it, okay? All right?
Okay.
We said this is tumbukiza. You see I'm tumbukizing
Everything inside.
Everything in there, my brother. I've got my green, red, yellow peppers. Also, in the recipe, maybe I just said red, but you can use green, red, yellow, depending on the season.
Yeah.
Throw them in. Tumbukiza, everything in there. Okay? Today we are Brian, if you can't make this, I don't know how to name it. You see, we are tumbukizing everything in there.
We are tumbukizing everything.
So now,
Yes.
the basic of the whole dish has got to be your stock. So it's very, very important. And I already made my stock.
Okay.
It's very, very important to throw in your stock, okay, inside it. Just a little bit, first of all. So you don't burn your meat also.
Yeah.
Okay? And then even before I throw in the rest of the stock, I'm going to add in my crushed tomatoes. These are tomatoes that have been crushed. You can either crush them yourself, the very ripe ones, or you can buy them in a can. Okay? Mheshimiwa, tumbukiza kila kitu.
Tumbukiza kweli.
Yeah.
Mheshimiwa,
Yes.
I'm sports oriented.
Yes.
And I would like to know, what would you do to the people, or for the people
Yes.
of Starehe
Yes.
in terms of sports? Vijana wako pale wana talanta,
Yes.
but kidogo there is no leadership.
And equally. I want to tell you one thing. I believe the only solution to the problems, especially when you talk of sports,
Mheshimiwa,
basically,
usimwangalie
nimeona
unanimwagia
hapo
hapa.
umeweka kidogo.
Unajua hiyo mimi naweza onja, hiyo ni ladha pia. Go ahead.
Yeah, as I was saying, when you talk of sports,
Yeah.
basically 90% of the age group category that are active in sports are the youth.
Yeah.
But you see, there's a very big problem with the system. You understand that
So let it
us,
cook
as
now.
the youth, we need to heal.
Yeah. So
And we
let-
need to
let
heal
it- let
because
it
of
simmer.
three major things. One
Okay.
is segregation. Number two, victimization.
Okay.
Number three, isolation. You come to realize that we go through these problems where the system has fully segregated us from the, we belong nowhere. Look at the youth of
Adding a
Kenya.
bit of salt, guys.
They belong nowhere
Mheshimiwa is talking
socially.
here.
They belong nowhere economically.
Okay.
They belong nowhere financially.
And even
They belong
politically.
nowhere politically.
Yeah.
And the worst thing, even when it comes to sports, remember the other time we had the saga where young people were supposed to go for the World Cup, the Olympics.
Yeah.
And there was a very big corruption scandal.
Yeah.
Where you find that
Where's
a
the report?
minister or
Where's
a,
the
pol-
report?
or a
How come,
politician...
how come the politicians,
Instead of
you're one of the
sending-
politicians,
Yes.
you're hiding the report. Where's the report?
No, basically, I'm not actively in parliament.
Okay.
But once I'm amplified to that level,
Yeah.
you'll not see that kind of nonsense
Okay,
again.
that's good. That's
Because you
good.
can imagine we got some sportsmen who lacked tickets. But a politician was taking the whole family.
If you're elected, one of these days, if you don't perform to what you're telling us,
Yes.
we are going to come up with this. It won't be about the food, it will
Yes.
be about what you've
What
just
I've
told
said,
us.
yeah.
So, viewers, you can hear. Okay, what did we call this? Tumbukiza.
Tumbukiza,
So
yeah.
we've got our beans, we've got our corn also.
Yes.
Okay, these ones have
It's
to
all
be
going
pre-cooked before.
Okay.
Yeah, because they take a long time to cook. So
Okay.
you must have soaked them overnight, cook them, and then once they are cooked, and then you throw it in, all of it.
And they go into
They go in. Everything is tumbukiza today.
So we are doing sacotage in a different form.
Brian umeendelea hata anatumia yale majina makubwa.
Mheshimiwa,
Yeah.
unajua sacotage ni nini?
Hebu nieleze.
Sacotage ni githeri kwa kizungu.
Oh, sacotage.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least you've learned something.
Yeah, true.
If you go back to some of our episodes, you'll notice.
Life and learning is a gradual process.
Yeah.
At least every day I have a thing in me and I say before I sleep, I love to learn
how
something.
far this is.
Then, still on sports.
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
last year I covered Kotbiro tournament, which
Yes.
is in your constituency.
Yes, and it's still
And
running
it's still
now.
there, yeah.
Ebonja.
So
Ebonja kidogo.
Kotbiro tournament, I
Yes.
remember during the final, after handing over the trophy, the incumbent,
Iko sawa.
Iko sawa, eh?
iko sawa,
Brian, hiyo iko sawa hapo. Amepasisha huyu.
Maina commander promised that by this year,
So let it cook.
let me say, last year, by last year, there will be a certain turf
Yes. At the Ziwani ground.
at the Ziwani ground.
Yes.
Okay.
Up to date, we don't have it. So these empty promises that our politicians keep giving us, whenever they want votes, whenever they need. Are you that type of person?
I'll tell you one thing, my brother. We get all these PR stories simply because those politicians don't have dreams. These are people who
How did
by
we elect them?
chance...
If they didn't have dreams, how did
These
we
are
elect them?
people by chance
Yeah.
got into parliament or
Yeah.
got into the various seats and they're not thinking of something bigger than that.
Okay.
I'll tell you evidently that me as Steve Mbogo, my ultimate goal is presidency one day. And if I am going for this Starehe seat, because I've declared that I'm going for the Starehe seat,
Yeah.
I'm not going for that seat twice or thrice.
Okay.
I'll go for it once. 2022, I'll get the governor Nairobi. 2027, I'm going for presidency and I'll get it.
Okay.
Oh. Now, my friend, a leader with a vision is a leader who can't forget his promises or let his people down.
Say it, my brother. Preach.
He needs them to support him in the next level. Whatever I said, whatever I have done so far, without even the political seat. And I'm a philanthropist. I forgot to tell you about that. I run my foundation. It's called Steve Mbogo Foundation.
I'd like to just to put my bread in the oven, and I'll show you. I'll explain to you the reason why. I want just for them to be a little bit toasted.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead with your speech. It's
So
this is the podium today. This is the podium. We're turning our kitchen into a
wacha
podium.
isiungue hii.
Yeah. Hiyo haiwezi kuungua.
Ah.
That's a non-stick pen. Mimi nakwambia nenda nini bwana. Housewives Paradise.
Haiungui.
Hiyo.
You're telling
Yes,
us
so
about the
basically I was telling I'm also a philanthropist and we've done so much for the society because I believe that fundamental concern to both individual and societal lives is what we dream for, to take Kenya to the level we want.
Okay.
You know, it's all about giving and it's all about serving the people.
Yeah.
So I, as Steve Mbogo, whatever I declare, whatever I promise to my constituents, I must deliver. Because come 2022, I'll be going for a bigger seat.
And if you don't
I
deliver,
expect my people first. You know, they'll be my people, so I expect them to fight for me first. And if I don't deliver to them, what makes you think I can deliver to the other people?
Sasa.
So we've been having leaders without vision, who are just there, you know?
Sasa, tell me something. Tell me something, Steve.
Yes.
Okay? Tell the viewers.
Yes.
Now that, let's say, for example, hypothetically, we elect you.
Yes.
Okay? And you get that position.
Yes.
And let's say, for example, you don't start delivering. What should we do?
Yes.
Halfway through your term.
Basically, I'll tell
Because,
you.
you know, we've had these stories a lot of time, Brian, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
You know, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Don't worry. We'll get you another one, okay?
Okay.
So, halfway through the term, what should we do?
Personally, I will not even answer you because I know I'm a performer, and I will not fail to deliver. Having my vision and dreams in mind, I think you believe what type of zeal, zest, and temerity I will hold.
Unasikia maneno?
Yes.
Hebu onja hii, apumzike kidogo. Hebu onja hii. Unasikia hizo words, bombastic words.
Ulize hiyo nini?
Brian wants to know what those words mean.
Basically,
yeah, you just asked the question through me, so okay, I'm the interpreter. And Ulize, what does it mean?
Basically, it's the energy in me. You know, the inner energy and the passion. But you see, there's one thing I've always advocated and told the youth. On a personal level, I think there are solutions we can't create. There are problems we can't solve when we are all out of power.
All right.
We need people who can go in that August House and legislate. You know, it's very sad. I can even ask you, Chef Abdalla, have you had any young MP speaking on behalf of the youths in Parliament?
In a public forum, yes. But
no, we're talking about Parliament.
I don't know. No.
You see, it is very sad.
It is.
You know, being like for me, I'll bring it down to my pillars of administrating Starehe, and I'll talk about 5 main pillars. Number 1 is creating direction to the people of Starehe. You find that people are told, okay, like for the youth, you're told go to school, after school, you just graduate, and then there's a hurdle. There's no one who tells you what you can do after that school.
They always say education is the key.
Yes, there's no direction that there's a way you can make it even out of employment. You know, we understand that there are very few job opportunities in Kenya. So it's high time to create direction. It's a high time for us to change the school of thought to the youths. Make them believe, you know, when you go to developed countries like China, America and all that, you find that it's young people even doing manufacturing of such small things, even this kitchen stuff.
It's true.
When you go to China, it's young people.
I was just
you understand?
A few weeks ago.
And basically, it's not a must for them to be employed, but they are given a direction out of the system.
Sasa Mheshimiwa,
Number 2.
we will continue with our speech there. Let me show you how we're going to serve this. Okay? So, you know the reason why I gave you that?
Yes.
Okay, that is Dania. You know, most people, they are afraid of Dania. Brian, ebu onja and tell me. You know, yeah, it's very, very sweet. And the Dania itself, which is Dania, you know, cilantro, some people call it fresh coriander. Actually, most of the flavor comes from there. So, and if you really want the Dania to hit the plate, add it at the last minute. Yeah, that's why I've never added it. I'll add it at the last minute.
Okay.
Now, what we're going to do is remember I put some bread in there to toast?
Yeah.
Okay, so, see, it's already toasted. Okay? So we can do two things, okay? This dish, you can either serve it, okay? You can either serve it with, I'll just give you a lemon. And the reason why I give you a lemon, I want you to squeeze a lemon after you've tasted. Okay, after you've tasted. Don't start using the lemon before you've tasted when we sit down and eat. You can always add chili on the side. If there's some people who like a little bit more chili, some people don't. You told me you don't. So what I'll do, that's why I'm putting it on the side there. Okay? So I'll just throw it on the side. If you don't need it, you don't need to add chili. But what you can also do with this, Brian, stand there so that I can show you. Okay,
yes, sir.
Put the juice so that I can explain to you. Because I know you like tumbukiza. Most probably Brian only has one pot at home. So, I can't blame him.
Being a bachelor,
that's no excuse for having one pot.
Yeah.
By the way, married?
Yeah,
family?
married, and expecting.
You're expecting one? There you go.
Probably in January, February.
Okay, there you go, Brian. This month or next month wewe anapata mtoto bwana. Unaona sio yanga hivyo. Sasa Brian.
Yes, sir.
Kwa vile wewe ni kijana ambaye uelewi maneno hii, you can do this two ways. You can either, this dish you can serve it with rice, you can serve it with chapati, you can even put your toast in there, okay? You can serve it with a toast bread, or if you want to show off, what you can do, you can even serve it under. You can take a little bit of this and serve it there, Brian. Jonah, okay? Just take a little bit. First of all, let me show you. The first one is we serve it in a bowl, okay? So look at all that. Look at how rich it is. Look at how fast it took us to make it, okay? So that's number one. We'll do it there, okay? Yes. So continue serving these two bowls. Okay. Or you can use another spoon if you want. Yes, if you think that spoon is too small for you, use a bigger spoon, okay? Yeah. Put a little bit of sauce, nyama, mboga, kila kitu. You can have this, especially when Nairobi is a little bit chilly. That's a perfect dish to have your sweet time when it's chilly.
And what if it stays for long? Like
the longer it stays, actually the good thing, that's a good question. Most of the stews and things like this, the longer they stay, as long as you put them in the fridge, the flavors keep on becoming stronger and stronger. So it's very, very important to do that. Okay. The other thing that you can also add on top there, Mheshimiwa, is sour cream. So a little bit of sour cream on top will not do bad, okay? So a little bit of sour cream. Brian is my tester, so he's going to try a little bit.
Not just a tester, chief tester.
Oh, sorry, chief tester, Brian, okay? So, and then also, if you want something else, there's something that they call in the US they call it sloppy joe. You know what sloppy joe is, Brian?
No.
Okay, it's the same thing. Yeah, they just put it in between two bread. You can even use sliced bread. Have it as a sandwich. Okay. Yeah. So you can either make a sloppy joe, you can make it and serve it just like that as a bowl. If you want to, it's light. If you want to have it as a main meal, you can serve it with rice, chapati, you name it, it's all in there. Something else that I could hit, I always open my fridge and see, I found some cheese. You know what? Cheese is good. If you shred some cheese on top, if you don't have cheese, it's not a must. But if you have cheese, just throw it on top. Brian, usipongeziwa mshahara this year, you won't be able to afford some of these things.
At least I've learned something today, and I can also teach my people in Starehe.
There you go. And you see, it only took a few minutes. So just shred some cheese on top there. Okay. Just a touch of cheese there. Okay. All right, and your dish is ready.
So Brian, I was telling you about my pillars.
Yes. Let's go there.
As we move this way.
Let's move that way. Brian, this is the time when Brian actually is waiting for something.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brian, niye kazi yake ni kungoja msosi tu.
So,
okay.
Asante. Asante.
There you go. Tell the cameraman how it looks, Brian.
Okay.
I'll join you just now. Let me put my cheese back in there. Now we can continue with the conversation.
Yeah. So I was telling you basically, for me, I'll bring them down into 5 major points. I was talking about direction at first. The second one is sense of belonging. It is evident that not only the youth, but also Kenyans feel they don't belong in any system, be it political, be it social, be it economical. They are left out, and that is very sad. So I'm going to create a system where you make people belong. If it's in the industrialization side, if it's economical, we'll have proper systems. You know, I'll make sure we employ the best brains, you know, the brains that will articulate these issues.
Because it's been an issue. We have brains. People who have brains,
yeah,
but
we've got brains.
not in leadership positions.
Yes, basically because, you know, it's all about what tribe you come from, what race you're from,
my brother.
what color, what religion, and those are the things as the youth we are saying it has to come to an end. I believe we have to reach that level where, you know, a happiness stage, where the sources of our differences,
I will eat if you don't.
you know, where the differences we encounter are not sources of distract, but a source of inspiration.
The viewers,
Number 3.
The viewers are waiting to
Number
to
3,
hear
yes.
what grade you are giving that chili, first of all.
Oh, the chili.
Yeah, because this topic is not going to end.
Out of 10,
11.
I'll give you 8.8.
Why? What's missing?
Not what's missing.
Yeah.
I was told that no one gets 100%.
He doesn't. And
In life,
he
you really
also
can't get
doesn't want to
100%.
massage your ego too much.
Yes.
You know.
Brian, you know that I can take this one away from you.
But it's
Just
nice.
people
Thank
talking.
you. It's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
it's a very
It's
quick
different
dish.
from our normal githeri.
Yeah.
What
No.
did you call it?
Sakotash.
Sakotash.
No, sakotash was the other one. Yeah, you know.
Yes.
But this one, you see, it's got meat inside, and it's a one pot. It's all tumbukiza, Brian. Didn't you see? We tumbukiza everything. Everything was inside one pot.
Yes.
This guy could continue talking, and I know we are going to invite you again.
Thank you, Asante.
But next time, I'm not even going to teach you how to cook. You are going to cook yourself. So you have to come up with a dish. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, and it's very, very important that because all our viewers right now, I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
They are looking at this. You know, I'm sure most of them tonight tumbukiza.
Wanakula komato.
You know.
That's
You know, one
good.
of these days,
Put
Brian.
it as it is.
Brian, one of these days, tutakufukuza hapa, we'll do something. Anyway, guys, again, it's Health and Wellness Monday. Where all the action takes place, where we start our week on KTN Life and Style. So we cannot make it any better than this. Such a good kickoff. Join us next time, guys. And you know what? We'll get better and better. And write to us. And you know what? Give us feedback. Where should they write to?
Write to us if you want to be on the kitchen with Chef Abdalla. Life and Style at standardmedia.co.ke.
Yeah.
Or on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at KTNLife_style. That's also on Instagram. Hashtag KTN Life and Style. Keep the conversation going. But thank you sana mheshimiwa.
Asante.
Thank you for gracing the show.
Asante.
Sasa unaweza kula. Wewe acha wale wakule kwa macho.
Asante.
All right, guys. There you go. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Join us again. It's Artistic Tuesday. You can't complain. This is what you had it today from our brother here.
Yeah.
Take care. All
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nzuri labda.